You are the reason that all of us should be proud to be members of this special university community, and you are the reason that I am optimistic about our future. And today I want to share with you why I am increasingly optimistic, notwithstanding the challenges that we face. I will share with you why my pride and my enthusiasm continues to grow as we embark upon the second century of Ball State. This new multicultural center will be in the heart of our campus, where it belongs. And so I wanted to share with you, I remember the first time I saw our current center. I was walking my dog last summer on a Saturday afternoon, and I saw an outdated sign in front of a modest, small white house. The sign said that this structure was our multicultural center. I'd been president here for a few months, and no one had suggested that I tour the center. And that day I had discovered why. I then found out later that during our campus tours, we don't take prospective students and their family by the center because it might send the wrong message. The wrong message indeed. And that's why I'm proud in just a few years our new multicultural center will be located in the center of our campus. That is the message we want to send, that diversity and inclusion, as Susanna said, must always be at the center of all that we do. I also met many of you this past year during my walking tours of campus. And Jennifer joined me on many of those tours. And so over the course of more than 30 hours, we visited more than 50 buildings and more than 240 offices and departments. And I have one last tour scheduled for September. These tours helped me. I think they helped both of us. They helped us to learn so much more about the people of Ball State. We learned about your skill. We learned about your experience. We learned about your families, and we learned about your dedication. All of those things are the reasons for our success. But I want to take a moment to share an extraordinary experience that occurred at one of the two student forums. During the forum, I had an opportunity to tell the students that we believe that our faculty and staff are personally committed to the success of our students. I indicated that it was this distinctive attribute, a distinctive attribute of our culture that was a point of pride that we share with prospective students and their families. And so I asked the students to raise their hands if, based upon their experience on our campus, that this representation was an accurate one. Every student who was with us that evening raised his or her hand. That was impressive. That is very gratifying. Every good strategic plan includes a mission statement, a clear, concise articulation of our fundamental purpose, why we exist, and what we intend to achieve. And our proposed mission statement will not surprise you. It will, in fact, affirm our historic mission. By engaging our students with dedicated faculty and staff in teaching, research, and creative endeavors, we empower our graduates to have fulfilling careers and to have meaningful lives. Our mission statement also recognizes that in order to honor our promise, we must inspire our graduates to be lifelong learners and to serve others so that we may enhance the vitality of our region, our state, and our world. Consistent with our culture, we will recommend that we include innovation, a commitment to being even more creative, more responsive, and more progressive. And to meet the challenges we face and to seize the opportunities those challenges present, we will also recommend that we add the value courage, a commitment to set ambitious goals and to take the risks necessary to achieve them. While we may be expressly articulating these two values for the first time in a strategic plan, we know that these values have been firmly rooted in the Ball State experience for many, many years. And we've been instilling and nurturing those values in our students for a long time. The committee will propose 4 ambitious long-term goals. The first unifying goal relates to undergraduate excellence and innovation. The second unifying goal that the committee will propose concerns advanced and lifelong learning. The third unifying goal that the committee will propose concerns community engagement and impact. We are very engaged with the community, and for many years that engagement has had a significant positive impact. We will propose that our campus build on this legacy of service. We will challenge ourselves to become internationally recognized for mobilizing and leading community partnerships that will revitalize Muncie and the East Central Indiana region. Our sustained effort will ensure that this prosperity and good fortune will extend to all of our neighbors in the years to come. Our fourth and final unifying goal is institutional and inclusive excellence. When we distribute our proposed plan, you will quickly see that it's different than some previous plans. It is not, you'll be pleased to learn, it is not a long list of 100 or more discrete tactics. It is not a task list. To the contrary, it is an ambitious plan with several bold, high-level strategies. So during the implementation phase, each college and each division will be responsible for developing its own strategic plan. You will be entrusted, you will be empowered to determine how each one of you can best contribute to our success. And that's because I believe that it is only with your continuing input and with your expertise that we can realize our true potential. But I'd like to share one final reason why I'm confident about our future. It's about the character of our people on our campus and in our community. You know, Jennifer and I have lived in a lot of different cities over the course of our lives. But Jennifer and I have noticed something truly special here on this campus and in this community. You and your colleagues have not simply welcomed us to the area. You and so many people have expressed your gratitude for us having decided to come here to this university and to this community. In our experience, that expression of gratitude is unusual. It's special. And it has inspired us to embrace this opportunity with a deepened commitment to serve you, to serve our colleagues and our neighbors. So now, before I conclude, I want to say a few words about the debate involving John Schnatter. Even before our board released its statement 2 weeks ago, I anticipated that I would be expected to talk about that issue at this event. Over that following weekend, I continued to think about what I should say to you this morning. These issues are hard. These issues are difficult. These issues are complex. And in our polarized society, our discussions about racial justice, those conversations sometimes generate more heat than light. I believe that understanding is much more likely to occur when we gather in small groups for courageous conversations, as opposed to when somebody like me makes pronouncements from a podium. So over that weekend, I called Bill Jenkins to share an idea and to ask for his assistance. I had spoken to Bill on that Friday afternoon, the day the board statement was released. Bill was disappointed. Bill was frustrated. Nevertheless, I thought that Bill would be willing to help me. I told Bill, I said I was searching for the right words to communicate my thoughts to all of you. I told him that the lyrics to a song written and performed by James Taylor best captured my hopes, my thoughts, my emotions. Some of you may be familiar with the song. It's called Shed a Little Light. The song was written as a tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King. It was written as a tribute in recognition of the national holiday celebrating his birthday. Here's the first verse. Let us turn our thoughts today to Martin Luther King and recognize that there are ties between us, all men and women living on the earth. Ties of hope and love, sister and brotherhood. That we are bound together in our desire to see the world become a place in which our children can grow free and strong. We are bound together by the task that stands before us and the road that lies ahead. We are bound, and we are bound. That Sunday evening, Bill said that he would consider my request and that he'd get back to me. Bill called me promptly on Monday. He told me that he'd spoken to several of his colleagues and some of our students, and he said that they would be willing to perform for us. And then Bill called me the next day. He told me that the students had been speaking among themselves and to him, and he said they had decided that they would prefer to sing a different song. They wanted to sing the song Glory from the movie Selma. Bill said that the students felt that glory better captured their perspectives and their thoughts. Initially, I hesitated. Frankly, I preferred my selection because I wanted a song that communicated my thoughts, my sentiments. But I quickly realized that the student selection was the better route. I realized that it was time for me to do more listening. Indeed, as we search for the passage through the darkness and the mist, I suggest that all of us should do more listening. More listening with an open mind and with an open heart. More listening with an open heart, with a heart filled with humility and hope. So as we conclude our program this morning, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the students from the Ethnic Theater Alliance, some of our colleagues, our alumni, and some alumni guests as they perform Glory.
We are the Ethnic Theater Alliance. We would like to thank President Mearns for inviting us to perform today. As members of the Ball State community, we pledge to value the intrinsic worth of every member of the community. We are important, and when we are made to feel that we do not matter, we deserve to talk about that, and we deserve to be hurt by that. We deserve to be respected and to learn from the differences in people, ideas, and opinions, and we deserve to have the glory of our voices be heard.
I'm tired, so I know you're tired. But do you know how I feel? I'm actually asking because I don't know if you care.
My ancestors sang, "We shall overcome," and yet I'm still giving the same speech. So how far have we really come?
Didn't you know progress is just derivative? It makes overseers out of officers, screams slurs in the name of subverting political correctness, defects debate of my humanity to the general public, but
I want to make something clear to you.
Baby, I'm black.
Can someone out there tell me what is wrong with that?
remember to forget the way glory glazes over the non-survivors, the way strength is just a victim of circumstance, how hard it must feel to be the oppressor.
You don't have a word that symbolizes, that degrades, that says you don't belong here. So I invite you to listen to me as I listen to you. I want us to do the same thing. I want us to empathize, not sympathize, because then we can all scream, glory.
Like stories woven into the seams of this country, like the fingers on our fists, glory.
I'm tired of discussing the power behind racial slurs. I want us to get more serious about other people's beliefs, their cultures.
Glory. So Ball State, when I say pledge to maintain high standards of scholarship and excellence,
Pledge to say socially responsibly active.
Pledge to value the intrinsic voice of every member in the community. I say glory. You say glory. We all say glory. So let's follow the pledge and let's do the work. Glory.
One day, when the glory comes, it'll be ours. It'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure. We will be sure. Oh, glory.
Glory. Hands to the heavens, no man, no weapon formed against, yes, glory is destined. Every day women and men become legends. Sin that go against our skin become blessings. The movement is a rhythm to us. Freedom is like religion to us. Justice is juxtaposition in us. Freedom for all just ain't specific enough. One son died, his spirit is revisiting us. Truant living in us, resistance is us.
That's why Rosa sat on the bus. That's why we walk through Ferguson with our hands up. And when they men and women and man up, they say stay down, then we stand up. Shots we on the ground, the camera panned up. King pointed to the mountaintop, then we ran up.
One day, when the glory comes, it'll be ours. It'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure. We will be sure. Oh, glory.
Glory.
Oh.
Now the war is not over, victory isn't won, but we'll fight on to the finish, and then when it's all done, we'll cry glory, glory, oh glory,
Glory.
ooh,
Glory.
glory, we'll cry glory, oh glory,
Glory. Sound us now for every man, woman, and child. Even Jesus got his crown in front of a crowd. They march with the torch, we gon' run with it now. Never look back, we done gone hundreds of miles. From dark road heroes to become a hero. Faith the League of Justice's power was the people. Enemy is lethal, a king became regal. Jim Crow saw the face on a bald eagle.
The biggest weapon is to stay peaceful. We sing, our music is the cuts that we bleed through. Somewhere in the dream we had an epiphany. Now we right the wrongs in history. No one can win the war individually. It takes the wisdom of our elders and young people's energy. Welcome to the story we call victory. The coming of the Lord, my eyes have seen the glory.
One day, when the glory comes,